Know that you invested a lot. The return has been shown. Throw up your hands and say I give up. I just can't take it anymore. I heard the spirit saying it's your time. The way is over. I hear the spirit say that it's your time. I heard the spirit say it's your time. Oh, Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly Lady Butterfly Coco 99 coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. So the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and everybody under the sound of my voice. Okay, let's see. Ooh, child. Hey everybody, hey Creole. I said Creole, Lord. Hey Shaker. Uh, What else was okay? You know I'm the old brother. What the smoocher? So you get a smooch, you get a smooch. Everybody gets a damn buzz to smooch. Okay, so let's go and get into it. I'm gonna share something that I saw, y'all, and then I'm gonna play a video. Right now, I'm just letting y'all know. I don't know. Um, I had talked about this a little bit yesterday, so I'm actually piggybacking off of this because I received something else. So let me make sure y'all can see it. Make sure. Come on. Okay, here we go. Okay, Walmart will be closing for in person shopping starting the 1st, only online and curbside pickup. Okay, now it wasn't on my news, but other people are talking about it was on their news. So I don't know if it's just in different states or what. And then give me one moment and let me pull up this video and we're going to talk about the things of things. Okay. Um, And what's tripping me out, I don't know what's going on with the Book of the Faces because the Book of the Faces, I've been trying to, I had to go on these people's platform. I've been actually trying to share it and it won't let me share. So, hold on. I'm pulling it up now as we speak. Hold on. Okay. So I do have it right here. Give me one minute. I'm going to pull you guys over so you can see it. Hey, Kim, what's up, babes? Let me see. Here we go, right here. Like I said, I'd rather rather be. Okay, girl. Hold on. I'm trying to make it where y'all can see it. See it. Okay. Let me make sure it's turned up.
If you have a grocery store, if you are out in public eating, if you work at any of those places, if you are unloading groceries at your car, whatever, watch your back, stay vigilant, and keep your situational awareness on point. Watch this and let me know your thoughts.
Fucking November 3rd at 6:30, we're going to Walmart. We're going to fucking Walmart. And at 7:30, we're going to walk out of Walmart with our fucking buggies. Okay? The thing is, they can catch everybody. You feel me? All you gotta do is run, Forrest, run. Okay? We have to stick to fucking together. It don't even matter. As long as we gonna have everything we need for Thanksgiving, that's all that fucking matters, bitch. Run, Forrest, run. Remember, put it in your calendar. November 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30. You better be running up that motherfucking.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real or not, y'all. I don't know. Y'all can comment in the chat. Let's do this again.
If you have a restaurant, if you have a grocery store, if you are out in public eating, if you work at any of those places, if you are unloading groceries at your car, whatever, watch your back, stay vigilant, and keep your situational awareness on point. Watch this and let me know your thoughts.
Fucking November 3rd at 6:30, we're going to Walmart. We're going to fucking Walmart.
Hold on. Which that was stupid because
If you
that was stupid. Now, man, I'm gonna let it play.
have a restaurant, if you have a
Hey,
grocery
Shirley.
store, if you are out in public eating, if you work at any of those places, if you are unloading groceries at your car, whatever, watch your back, stay vigilant, and keep your situational awareness on point. Watch this and let me know your thoughts.
Fucking November 3rd at 6:30, we're going to Walmart.
I hope I hope this is a joke, but if it is a joke, either way, they're gonna find out where she's at, and they're gonna go see her. They're gonna go see. It's gonna be some men that's gonna come and see her, because y'all. Let me.
We're going to fucking Walmart. And at 7:30, we're gonna walk out of Walmart with our fucking buggies. Okay. The thing is, they can catch everybody. You feel me? All you gotta do is run, Forrest, run. Okay. We have to stick to fucking together. It don't even matter. As long as we gonna have everything we need for Thanksgiving, that's all that fucking matters, bitch. Run, Forrest, run. Remember, put it in your calendar. November 3rd, 6:30 to 7:30. You better be running up that motherfucking.
Let's talk about it. Hold on, let me stop. Let's talk about it, people. What y'all think? Do y'all think it's some? Do you think it's validity to this? Do you think it's any truth to it? Do you think it's a bad prank? I'm gonna tell you, I really believe all of this is to get a mass hysteria so they can do martial law. If you have not studied the Word of God, okay, you might want to start getting in your Bible, or you might want to, get in your Bible, but go to a Word church, okay. It's very important to be under a word church, not just a church that make you feel good, but a word that'll teach you the word and break it down to you. Because if you notice in the last days, that's the one thing that is in the Bible that we don't want is martial law. Okay. When they lock you down, you gotta have a card to go just across the street. Military will be up and down all your streets, and all the things. You'll have a certain time to grocery shop, all that riding around and going to the parks and all of that. No, ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Going to the movies and all that. Nope, ain't none of that. Nope, nope. Okay. It's a sad commentary when we can't govern ourselves. Okay. It's just, and then you'll have stuff like, hold on, this is what was sent to me too. I don't know how true this is as well. Let me see. I'm in. Okay, I'll wait till you put it back. I don't know how true this is either, but I'm gonna share this as well. Okay. And you can go to themirror.com if you want to see the full video. Um, shoot. Wait a minute. Here we are, right here. I'm like, what am I doing? Hold on one moment. Let me share this. Okay. Like, this is the stuff you don't want to happen right here. ICE agent yells, do something, itch, before shooting Chicago woman 5 times. And don't you know they've already said that most of them ICE people are felons and they're making $50 an hour? Let me see. I do agree with you. This is to stir up martial law. He's almost stirred to put it in. I know. And people don't get it. And that's because I don't think people read their word. They just don't get it. That's not. I try not to get frustrated. Okay, when he decided to come into other cities with the troops, that was beginning of martial law, right? Absolutely, Kim, honey, you talking about praying? I don't pray so. I always pray, but I don't pray so much that I'm kind of agree with you that this is to stir up martial law. Okay, that's Kim said it. Okay, I'm in Georgia. My daughter is a manager in the curbside department. Okay, ask your daughter if she knows anything about that. Like, have they told her anything? Uh, Let me see. Curbside department, but their district has not mentioned store moving to online only. Okay, and it could be a lie. That's why I said, I'm just gonna bring awareness to it just in case. You know how things take wings and start doing all the craziness and stuff. Let me see. That was the reason he wanted to invade all these state Congress is out of session, so 47 has the power to do anything he wants. All of this was in 2020. Come on. It was in the Project 25 agenda that they claimed they didn't know nothing about. He was the main one talking about he didn't know nothing about Project 2025. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. You just don't understand, all the things are the things. Oh, child. It's making my head itch. It's making my head itch. Mm-mm-mm. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how true all this is or whatever. If you do go to Walmart, and I'm quite sure if Walmart starts it, it's only a matter of time before other stores will too. Okay. Right now, everybody is on pins and needles about November. And these are rich people that's running this country. I keep telling y'all, everybody's like, yeah, because he's a businessman. If he was an ordinary businessman, I could see that because he would understand what it feels like to work your way up into a position. This man has been a millionaire all his life. He got that from his daddy. He's been a millionaire all his life. He don't feel your struggles. He don't feel none of your struggles. What you talking? And just I don't get people. I don't get people. Everybody's like, hey, yeah, he this, that. I'm gonna show you something. I'm trying to find it again. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. I shared it. Was it this morning I shared it? Okay, and there's a plan, and this is by Steve Bannon. Check this out. If you don't know who Steve Bannon is, you gotta Google it. There is a plan for Trump to seek third term in 2028. Steve Bannon says they are working to try to get him reelected. That's why they redistricting people, and the way that they're redistricting, they trying to make sure that no black that's in office have a power to persuade people. No Democrat that's in office have the power to persuade people. That's what all this redistricting is for. It ain't to make things better for us. It's so that they can actually continue to hold the House and the Senate. Hold on, I'm pulling it up, y'all. Give me one moment. All I know is, I swear, I just been like, okay, God. And I just been like, God has smiled on me. He has set me free. God has smiled on me. He's been good to me. That's the only thing that's been on my spirit. That's all I've been. No matter what. And now Amazon is about to announce the layoffs for the company because Amazon paid for all these robots to do the job of the people. Okay, so, whoo, child. It's really getting scary, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I believe in God and everything, and that's why it's getting scary because, my God, today, I just, I said it too. Give me one moment. Hold on, y'all. I got so much stuff to share with y'all. Whoo, child. Okay, here it is. I found it. Let me get over here. One moment. Excuse me. Mm-mm-mm. I keep saying, amazing grace, how sweet the sound to save a wretch like me. I once was lost, now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. You know that God has smiled on me. He has set me free. God has smiled on me. He's been good to me. Hold on. Here we go, right here. I just want to share this. This is the Huntington Post, the Huffington Post. Okay, most food stamp recipients aren't black. Okay, and that's the thing. Everybody, when they show the welfare moms siphoning all the money and all this and stuff, they always put a black picture up there. Okay, and I mean, we all in the same boat, whether you're black, white, red, green, brown, whatever. If you need help from the government, we all in the same boat. Okay. And matter of fact, if you really want to get technical about it, we all you might as well say we all came over on a boat. Some boats was longer, some was bigger, some was smaller, some was stolen, some what. Everybody came from a boat. Okay. Whoo child. Anyway, um 42% from what it looks like, I'm sorry, 40.2% is white, 25.7% is African American, 10.3% is Hispanic, 2.1% is Asian, 1.2% is Native American, 0.7% is multiple races, and others is race unknown. Okay, so you know everything is set up to try to hurt the poor, and especially the black poor. Okay, it's just set up that way. You know. Okay, hold on. And Odu right here, he wants to bring awareness that we didn't just get here 400 years ago. Let's listen.
Is the third biggest country in the world after China and India. It's very powerful. And what we have tried to do with Full Circle is when we first started producing a year of return, we focused on connectivity, on celebrating collective heritage and ancestry as your superpower. And I think what's also very important to point out is that through that celebration came a sense of identity that a lot of African Americans were lacking. And making sure people understand is that our history didn't start 400 years ago. And therefore, we're not descendants of slaves, but we're descendants of people who created vast civilizations and royalties and so on.
Get that straight. Get that straight. That's right. You know, that's the thing that I'm trying to hold on to, y'all, because we didn't just start in slavery. Our history go way. We are the mother and father of civilization. Okay. Now let me share it with this. Okay. This is something that companies was doing when they got those bailouts. They were fake interviewing people as if, and they couldn't find people to fill these positions. No, as long as if they had a deadline, if they couldn't fill positions within a certain amount of deadline, they didn't have to pay back that money that the government gave them during the COVID, the height of the COVID era, which is in 2020. A whole lot of companies got a government bailout. Okay, they had a certain amount of time to fill positions. Okay, if they didn't fill positions within a certain amount of time, then they didn't have to pay back their money. Let's look at this. That's what I've been telling y'all, okay? I've been telling y'all that. Okay, so do I feel like reading all this? Yeah, okay. It says Wells Fargo will pay $85 million to settle a holder lawsuit that accuses the bank of staging sham job interviews to meet diversity hiring goals while hiring roles were already filled. The complaint alleges investors lost over 17 billion in market value after a 2023 New York Times report. The case is filing SEB Investment Management AB versus Wells Fargo, and plaintiffs say internal emails and a senior manager's exit show the bank knew of the fake interview scheme. Wells denies wrongdoing. The settlement still needs court approval. So Wells Fargo exposed. Bank pays $85 million after holding fake job interviews to look diverse instead of actually hiring people of color. I've been saying that. People just don't listen to me. They're like, girl, ain't nobody doing all that. Okay. God always revenge me. I swear I love him. Who, child? Let me see. Okay. Now, this is what I need y'all to hear too. And I'm gonna have to put it. This is a lot of people don't know about this. And this is scary because by me being a woman of God and also a minister, I have to let y'all know that a new system is moving in, and it's the system of the beast. Okay. It's moving in. It's moving in a little faster than what I thought it was gonna move in. Okay. Man. Let me just share this so y'all can hear this too.
Girl, the mark of the beast is here, and it's called the digital ID. It's a chip in your hand that controls your ability to eat, travel, live, drive, earn money, and spend money too. And in the years to come, they're going to automatically inject it in newborn babies. In fact, the government allegedly is finna mandate.
That's the prophecy that I gave y'all. I said, if you go to have surgery, have somebody pray for you before the surgery and everything, because they will soon inject into, like if they put something in your body, say you broke your arm or your leg, they're going to put that chip in whatever they put in your body to mend that thing again. I said, I do see that. And I told y'all about 5 years ago, I said, I see them when newborn babies are born, they're going to automatically be born with these chips. Before you get your child, before they hand you your child, they're going to automatically inject them with a chip. So that way, they're going to put it like this. They're going to say it's for the safety of the baby. Because them little bands, they can slip off. And that way can't nobody steal your baby. And it's all going to be put as if it's for your safety. Let me finish.
Mandate this. It's already going on. And this digital ID has already been mandated in the UK, Sweden, and the Vietnam. Check this shit out.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
Like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, a grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all on chip. So I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks. So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip and it will log me in. And from there I get access to the fridge.
Popular TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future.
Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go.
In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
Plus, I'm going to tell y'all what else they're going to do. You know how right now, first we went from having your medical records on the fish. Okay, if you're old enough to remember the fish, it was a platform on which the older computers held things. Then the floppy disk. Okay, then they got put on the floppy disk. Now, we have the capacity and the ability to store it in the computer. Okay, what's going to happen, and I said this as well, back then. I said, what's going to happen? They're trying to figure out a way to put all your medical records on that little bitty thing that they want to inject in your body. That way, whenever you go to the doctor, the hospital, wherever, if they scan all your information to come up on the screen. Whatever you got wrong with you, how many surgeries you had, how many babies you had, all your history of everything will scan up on the screen. Okay.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 16 and 17. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and in bondage, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell unless he got that mark or that name of the beast or the number of his name. 666. If any man worship the beast and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. Now in the Bible it speak on the mark, but that's metaphorically for a chip. See, the new artificial intelligence is the Antichrist, but y'all ain't ready though.
Yep, told you. Told you, told you, told you, told you. It is. Some of us know what we're talking about, man.
Listen to what I'm saying. That hand chip is called a digital ID. That chip in the head is called Neuralink, made by Satan himself.
Yep, I told y'all that too. I told y'all that too. I said he's asking people to be a test dummy to put that chip in your brain. I gave the name of it and everything. Yep, yep, yep. Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about that. Oh Lord. Come on, God. Come on. Come on.
Elon Musk, check this shit out.
Sweden just implanted microchips into people's hands, turning humans into walking wallets. No cash, no cards, no wallets. Thousands of people in Sweden have taken a bold step into the future by implanting tiny microchips under their skin. About the size of a grain of rice, these chips act as digital IDs, payment methods, and access cards. All in one, from letting them pay for coffee, unlock doors, or ride trains with just a swipe of their hand. It works much like the contactless tap we use on cards, but here, the card is under your skin. So why is this happening in Sweden? The country is already one of the most cashless societies in the world. Only about 1% of its economy runs on notes and coins, compared to 10% in Europe. Among the younger generation, almost everyone relies on apps and digital payment. Even IKEA tested going fully cash-free and discovered that hardly any customers used bills, saving staff hours of time that used to be spent counting coins. But not everyone is celebrating. Seniors and immigrants worry about being left behind, and critics warn of privacy risks if implants ever...
There you go. See, what about this? Okay, you know how right now it seems like the orange guy is temperamental. Like he don't like people to talk about him in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what if everybody went digital, okay? We all, and somebody said something about a particular person. He can automatically hit a button. I tell them to type in the button, our code, and turn off your whole life. No, you'll still be living physically, but your money, your food, your ability to do all these things will be gone. And then you know how many times somebody key in the wrong information. I know I ain't the only one been on the receiving end of some wrong information being keyed in. You'd be like, hold on, this is not what no, that's not right. That's not my name. And no, you're a number off on my social security. And, all the things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just think about that. Think about that. See, it all started, if you ask me, and who am I? But if you ask me, and you didn't, but let's just pretend like you did. It all started to me on 9/11. Before 9/11, you wouldn't have heard anything in America about Big Brother, okay? After 9/11 happened, everybody, and I don't know everybody, this is a metaphor, just speaking in general, was saying, oh, put some cameras up. We need to see what they're doing. We need to see when this stuff happened. If we had to have cameras up, we wouldn't. So now we got eye in the sky. You got cameras everywhere. All this 5G stuff and everything that they doing, all the upgrades on the poles and stuff, all it is cameras. Okay. I ain't gonna play all of this. I just wanted y'all to hear some of this because this is this man's content. I just wanted to yeah.
Connect to health records or government IDs. Sweden is showing the world just how far digital life can go. But a question remains, would you put a chip in your hand to pay for coffee?
Now, before you get on here and say, I ain't getting the mark of the beast to eat, live, spend money, earn money, travel, have kids, everything I got to do, I'm not doing it if it required that mark. I want you to answer this question before you say that. Did you get that injection in the pandemic in order to work, travel, shop, and go to the game?
I said it too. It was a test run. It sure was. It was a test run. It was a test run. It was. The COVID thing was a test run. And people were screaming for a vaccine. They were screaming for it. People were, when are we going to get it? When are we going to get it? I don't care if it ain't already finished. When are we going to get it? I need it. I need it. I want it. I want it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And what tripped me out was them trying to force nurses and doctors to get the vaccine after they worked through the highest of the COVID and didn't have one. Them doctors and nurses was working overtime without being vaccinated. All of a sudden, now there is a vaccination. Now they can't work unless they get vaccinated. Come on, y'all. I'm going to need you to do more than have your head on your shoulder for a head rack. I'm going to need people to start thinking. Put that thing on and say, okay, God, show me. Put your hand on your forehead and say, God, open my understanding. Because, okay, a little bit more we do.
Games and the concerts back in the game. I'm talking about to go to the hospital. They made you get that buyout. Did you get that? And if you did, you more than likely gonna get that mark of the beast. Here's another question. Do you believe in the right or the left or the conservative and all this terminology they're using for politics? Well, if you do, all they gonna do is stick your belief right in front of you and let them tell you that it's okay to get that chip in your hand or that mark on your forehead, which represent the beast. Here's another question you gotta ask yourself. Do you or your kids idol worship these celebrities? Everything they do or say, you go buy and get to be like the celebrity. Well, all they gonna do is stick NBA Youngboy or Taylor Swift in front of your kid, Billie Eilish, one of these people that's already working with the enemy, and let them promote the chip to your kids. And then they gonna stick Rihanna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, or Cardi B right in front of your ass and tell you the chip is bad bitch energy. Either way it go, you.
I always feel like that's why parents need to be more of an influence on their kids than the TV. I think we did a disservice letting the TV, and I say we because I'm a parent. I think we did hey, what's up, Catherine? I think we did a disservice to our children by letting the TV and these celebrities be more of a role model than we were. I also feel like too many people are materialistic. Come on. That's why I made that statement yesterday, and people was like, she get on my nerves. I don't care. When I said, honey, I can go Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and get me a shirt, honey, and rock it like it's a Versace. It's just weird to me. Things is just weird to me. But a lot of people don't even know that what's going on is actually in the Bible because they don't take the time to listen. And I'm tired of saying what I say. So, it just is what it is. And oh God. I just think about my grandkids, y'all. And, my kids really, because my baby will be 23, so she's still young. My children, like my oldest child will be 40 next year. But I'm just thinking about my kids, my grandkids and stuff, and all this stuff that's going on. The orange guy reminds me of when the Bible talks about the man of war. Also, and then how they go, the leader, what is it called? The man that's gonna make people think that that he's, with God and everything, and he's not. I cannot. It just went out of my head, y'all. It's in the Bible too, and go win everybody over by sweet words, and it's like he's gonna bring a change, and everybody gonna feel like things is getting way better, and all this and stuff. Oh my gosh, today. Oh my gosh, today. Let me see. I was on my daughter in love, telling her to stop buying that 3-month-year-old child. You right. Right. Why am I going to carry $1,000 bag and I only have $50? Come on now. Come on. I 200 and some dollars tennis shoes and got dollar socks on. Child. Mm-mm. Never ever. Mm-mm. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah. Hold on. So was it one more thing? Let me see. Let me look and make sure, because I'm trying to make sure I done share it with y'all. Okay, we talked about Walmart. We heard from Boris Cujo. Um, la 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 la. Hold on, let's see. We talked about the mark of the beast. I'm gonna have to hit this guy up. He's a black business owner. He said all type of organic fruits and stuff, and I can't never find where he's at. Because I will give him my business. You know, um, at least I know his stuff ain't shot up with no pesticides and all this stuff. Okay, so let me tell y'all. Um, Everybody should have some honey, but you need to go to your market and get your local honey because that's best for you. If you don't have a place where you can get local honey, then what you want to do is find a good store or go online where you can get like real honey. And remember, if honey is light, it's not real honey. It's been dissected with something. Honey should be sort of dark. Okay, real honey should be sort of dark, not golden and not tan and all that and stuff. It should be sort of dark, and everything. Cause what works best on you is the honey that's in your area. That's why I said get some local honey, and everything. But yeah. So, who child? Wait a minute. And then let me see. Okay, so Trump administration won't use SNAP emergency funds of 5 billion uh food stamps for 42 million people during government shutdown. Y'all know that is just right. It's hated, it's hatred, you know, these people and their kids might starve and y'all don't care. Okay, y'all don't care. Also, in other news, allegedly, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Wants 5G cell towers banned in populated areas. Okay, so yeah, he said from radiation and yada yada and yada yada. Okay, so pretty soon they may take down your 5G towers. Okay. Um, Let me see. This lady said she feels like, and I agree with her. I'm repeating this from yesterday right here. She feels like if they're going to cancel SNAP benefits, then we need to cancel Christmas. I agree with that, and that's why I told you guys. Why don't you, if you want to put your lights and tree up, which I don't do none of that. But if you want to put your lights and tree up, go ahead. But I wouldn't buy nothing before Christmas. I would wait until after, when everything go on sale. And then, tell your babies, if you just gotta tell your babies, Christmas for us this year is gonna be the 26th out of 27th. Hold your funds. Show them. Y'all can't just do us no any kind of way. You know, and I know some people feel like, it don't make no sense. It does make sense. Have you not seen Target stocks? Now, there's going to always be some bootlegs, okay? You know, people that look like us that don't have our agenda, you know, they've been bought by other people. That's going to tell you, well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You know, why not? It's crazy. I will say this too. Don't y'all know that the Russians did something to us too, y'all? Everybody actually owes us reparations. Seriously. The Russians did what is called a sleep experiment. And if I can find that video, I'm gonna show it. Not tonight, because I don't want this to be real long. But yeah, it's called a sleep experiment that they did on black men. Oh Lord. I'm just sitting here thinking about everything that we just went over. That's it. I'm just it's and just to think, most of these black preachers wanted you all to vote for this man because they said he would be better than the other people. And if I was y'all, I would smack every last one of them. For real, every last one of them. You know. Um, what's so funny? Let me piggyback on this because we was talking about. Don't you know it's costing for that ballroom that y'all president want to build? He done tore down a landmark he was never supposed to touch. Don't y'all know he was never supposed to touch the White House? That's a landmark. That's history. It takes the value down now of the history landmark. But them weird people that allow him to do anything he want to do, it costs $250 million to make a ballroom. Now, you cutting food stamps and all this because we ain't got the money. But you got money. You got $250 million for a ballroom that none of us will ever walk in and dance in for you and your friends. You and your friends. 250. Think about that. 250 million. If that ain't enough, Argentina was given 40 billion. Now look at these letters. I'm saying M and B. Argentina got a bailout. Now here we are over here suffering. Y'all ain't got enough money to give us no food stamps. Y'all ain't got enough money to increase the Social Security number $56. Y'all ain't got enough money to, let people stay on Medicaid. They really need it. You ain't got enough money for nothing American, even though y'all taking our American money and giving it to other people who is non-American. Ain't that why y'all kicked the Mexicans out of here? Ain't that why y'all got rid of our Latino brothers and sisters? Because you ain't have no money to take care of them, but you got $40 billion to send to Argentina to bail them out. We need a bailout. What are you doing? And why is it? You can't tell me that people that's okaying this ain't getting a kickback. You cannot tell me that. I don't believe that. What's the payout? Like, how much does it cost to sell American people out? Because I feel like that's what's going on. It's my opinion. Right, Kim. Right. That's why I read earlier. What's his name? Steve Bannon, Bannon. He said that he's trying to run for a third term, and they trying to get it to where it passed that he runs for a third term. Man, if Obama had did anything that they doing now, baby, they would have had a pickup truck with a bunch of their cousins, honey, and a rope up at the White House. String him up, get him, get the new. They would have, honey. They probably would have drug him behind the truck and everything. You would have had pitchforks and all this outside the gate talking about, we want his head. We want his head. He's not American. We don't do. If he had did just 10% of what's being done right now, 10%. And it's just, yeah, it's just, and then I got a heart for God's people. And sometimes it just bothers me that people don't listen and they don't open up their mind to be educated. You know, that they want to still be in the dark and stay in the dark, and they don't care about the dark until they can't do nothing about the dark. Then all of a sudden, why didn't somebody say something? Why didn't somebody tell me? Why didn't somebody let us know? Well, baby, it was out here. We've been talking about it for the longest, and you decided that you didn't want none of that. You wanted all the goofy stuff. Kim, you know you're right. You know you are absolutely right. And by the way, all your rich people got 4 trillion cuts in their stuff. 4 trillion tax cuts. I told y'all there will not. It's not a middle class now. All these people that feel like they middle class, girl. Okay, if it works for you, but there is no middle class. There hasn't been a middle class in about, I want to say about 6 years. Excuse me, 6 years for real. There hasn't been a middle class. It's the rich, the upper poor, and poor. And the upper poor means that after you pay your bills, you may have 20, 30, or $100 left to kind of play with a little bit. And the poor, the bottom poor, is all your money's gone. Matter of fact, you can't even pay attention. You looking because you got to put some on it. You can't even pay all of it. You got to put some on it. Call your electric company, be like, I know my bill's $200. I can put some on it. And here in Kentucky, our electric company got another raise. They keep saying they ain't getting no raise in 5 years. You just got one last year. Some of us is keeping track. Every year, the electric company petitions the state for a raise. Every year. Everybody's bills and stuff is going up. Nobody's money's going up. Nobody. I heard this woman, I wish I had saved that. I heard this woman, she was, I think, addressing the news reporters or whatever. She was doing a press conference. And I heard her say, if you are working, but you still need the government to help you, then that's not a living wage. And those companies need to lose their sanction with the government. I agree. I've been saying that. I agree. You are supposed to be able to live off of what you work for. They getting all these kickbacks and tax breaks and all of this and stuff so that the owners of these companies can keep living like a fed hog while you in the trenches and you getting the bare minimum. I agree. I agree. If they're not going to pay you a living wage, then they shouldn't get the kickbacks and stuff. And stop. I'm just saying. I know, because they thought, Kim, I think they really thought that this man cared about them. No ma'am, no ham, no sandwich. He did not. He did not. Only because they saw a picture of him at McDonald's. He had an apron on, handing out food at McDonald's. So that made everybody say, ooh, he knows how it feels because he went to McDonald's. Ooh. Oh, child. Mm-mm. I do this all the time though. I am going to shut in and really, really, really do what I do when I need some stuff to shake and when I need some right now, like life changing answers. And, hmm. Ooh, child. Give me one moment. I'm pulling up something I think this is good news. So after all the bad news I done shared, we can at least get some good news. Hold on, pulling it up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things are getting brighter. Hold on. Dang, I can't miss far down. Hold on. Someday. Okay, here we go. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, where you is? Here you is. Here's you is. Let me see. This is some good news, y'all. So I wanted to share this. Here we go.
That could potentially help millions of people with vision loss see again. Scientists say they have developed this eye implant and augmented reality glasses that turn video information into electrical waves sent to a patient's brain. And there are currently 38 people in the world that are taking part in this clinical trial. ABC News medical correspondent Dr. Darian Sutton has more. Wow. So, Dr. Sutton, researchers say what? It's some 84%, a large number, right, of the study's 38 participants have actually regained functional sight. That's incredible. How does this technology work?
It's incredible indeed. This is treating a very common form of vision loss, Kana, called macular degeneration. Just to understand how this disease works, it's incredibly common. Our macula is in the back of our eye. It helps us to interpret the fine images in life. If you think about your eyes as a camera, your macula is that fine point that helps you to focus, that focus point. And what happens is as aging happens, that can be secondary to blood pressure, to smoking, or even a genetic risk, that macula becomes damaged, and that can blur or distort vision, which affects about 1 in 3 adults over the age of 75. Now, this new technology is a two-part device. One part, as you described, is an implanted microchip that is implanted in the back of the eye, Kana, as small as a sesame seed. And the second part are glasses that the patient would wear, equipped with a camera. That camera transmits images wirelessly to that wireless chip, which then transmits electrical signals to the brain and helps that patient have some level of vision. Incredible. That can help patients read, that can help patients even possibly drive, recognize faces, and give true independence.
So they highlight this one patient, Dr. Sutton, one of these 38 patients who lost her ability to see some decades ago, right? They cite macular degeneration because of it. But this technology is allowing her to actually read again. So if this trial is safe, what does that mean for even someone who's considered legally blind? Would they have access to this?
Well, possibly in the future. It's estimated that nearly 20 million people have some level of macular degeneration in the United States. That balloons up to 200 million worldwide. Now, of course, this is just the initial studies or the initial testing part, what you would call, I guess, the beta phase of this type of device. But the future is bright. You know, as technology proceeds, it's very possible that the access to care can increase. So I'm providing people, again, that level of independence, improving the quality of life for millions of people.
Scientists are reporting a breakthrough that could potentially help millions of people with vision loss.
That is awesome, y'all. That is so awesome. Don't y'all think it is great? Oh my gosh, what a breakthrough. Let's hold on. Hold on. I'm updating all this stuff we just did, y'all. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, that's what. Okay, so here we go. I think that's what he said. I know he said high blood pressure. Here we go. Y'all remember this guy right here? Okay.
And I can open up the New York Daily News and show you white people who are daughters, their husbands, their wives, their children, each other off. Well, if we put that in the paper and make it black and white, which is where the whole thing happens. It's in the paper. If a black man does something, it says, John Jones, blacklist, said black, 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 and did the black, black. Now, if a white man does it, it isn't white man Jones. It's just a man. Nondescript, just a regular old raggedy man, went out, killed his 2 daughters and his wife, and shot himself. Now, if he does that, then everybody seems to just either sympathize with it or let it go out the window. But if a black man does it, then any white bigot can point his finger and say, see that? There they go again. Well, that isn't right. It isn't. You tell me and prove to me that black people are violent and that they're going to take over, and I can open up the New York Daily News and show you white people who are daughters, their husbands, their wives, their children, each other off. Well, if we put that in the paper and make it black and white, which is where the whole thing happens. It's in the paper. If a black man does something, it says, John Jones, blacklist, said black, 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 and did the black, black. Now, if a white man does it, it isn't white man Jones. It's just a man. It's nondescript, just a regular old raggedy man, went out, killed his 2 daughters and his wife, and shot himself. Now, if he does that, then everybody seems to just either sympathize with it or let it go out the window. But if a black man does it, then any white bigot can point his finger and say, see that? There they go again. Well, that's that.
Yeah, dude. I ain't gonna get started on that. Okay, I was going to say something, but I ain't gonna get started on that. Let me see. I think I got one more thing, and then we'll be out of here. Hold on. I really just wanted to talk to you guys about the Walmart thing, as well as all the things. Hold on. We almost were here. No, not that. Hold on. Not that either. Come on, where is you? Okay, this is what I want to show y'all. Hold on. Okay, let's go. You talked to D Ham today? How's he doing?
Hey, get in here. It's a good time to be alive. So, did you hear about the new DNA bombshell that dropped? About the Black Americans, right? Did you hear about it? I know you didn't. So I'm here to drop the bombshell on you. The bombshell was so bad to where they literally banned this DNA test. They literally banned it in all hospitals, all DNA test companies about Black Americans. They banned it. What did they find? What did they find was so bad? Okay, everybody know we're the indigenous peoples of America, but what else did you find was that bad, right? Was that bad that you banned this DNA test? When you got everybody in a meeting, DNA test companies and everything. What did you find? What did you find was that bad so you had to ban this DNA test about us? Okay, and you can read this, right? You can read this. And it goes on to say, the Ben DNA study exposes the true origins of Black Americans. It is not just a scientific revelation, it is a powerful reminder of the importance of understanding our history. Cool. But really, what else did you find? Because now I want to know. I know you want to know. I want to know. Did you find out we the descendants of Jesus or something? Why would you ban such a test, burn all the records? Why would you burn all the records and say, nope, do not take this test ever again? What was so scary about this test? And you can read all the narrative. You can take a screenshot. But now I really wants to know, what did they find was so scary that they had to ban this test? Let me know what you think about this in the comments.
So I didn't get a chance to read that, so I'm going to take my time later and read it. Hopefully you all go back through it and scroll and read what you can and everything. But I wanted to share that as well because 23andMe? I think that's what it was, 23andMe. Everybody quit one day except for the CEO. All the departments and stuff, it was in the news. They all walked out on 23andMe. And I kind of said something that I thought happened is the reason why they walked out, because and so now to me, if you didn't get your test prior to the walkout, I don't think I would trust it now. That's just my opinion. Okay. And everything. So yeah. Y'all, we got some heavy duty stuff that is ahead. I know God knows it all. He knows the end from the beginning. Unfortunately, we do have to walk through some things, and it's sometimes hard to bear and everything. Because, I always ask this question, okay? I'm like, God, what did our ancestors do so bad that it seemed like every 400 years we go through something tremendous? It's like we never fully come out before we go back in. Think about that. I always ask, I'm not close to him like his. Okay, no problem. Well, that's good, yeah. I'm like, God, yeah. Hold on. No. Hold on. When it's in my spirit, I gotta do it. Nope, it ain't it either. Here we go. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I'm pulling this up. Okay, let me get back over here with y'all because I don't want StreamYard to kick y'all out and then we have to go over again. Okay. All right. So my question, and I'm gonna do a Bible study on this, y'all, but I just want to throw this out here because y'all may be like me and ask God these questions, and I when I saw that Black people suffer so much, okay, like just think of all the years our ancestors suffered, the 400 and some years, and it's like, and I'm like, God, what is it that our ancestors have done that was so bad that you allow us to be the bottom of the barrel, that you allow us to go through unspeakable things, but you still call us your people, and I be wondering about that, right? And when in my studying, I'm gonna read this. It says, "And the Lord will take you back to Egypt in ships, by the way of which I said to you, you shall never see it again. And there ye shall be offered for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you." Like we be wanting, like we be wanting people to help us get out of the situation that we're in, and God won't let nobody help us. Everybody that we trust to help us turn on us. They make it worse for us. you know, and it even said it, we would be bought back by ships, you know, and I just be wondering, I'm like, so the conclusion I came up with, okay, that's why I said I'm gonna break this down one day in the Bible study. The conclusion I came up with is the fact that we are, we are the mother and father of civilization, okay? So that means there has been proof. Russia even opened up their vault to show that Jesus was black, okay? So that means that possibly the Sadducees and stuff that turned their back on Jesus and said, crucify him and beat him, the Romans and all of them and stuff, that could be because we denied Christ, right? We denied him. So that could be why we suffer so much. Could be. Then again, we were suffering before there was even a Jesus mentioned. Because remember, Moses set the people free. So I don't know. I have no clue. But I really need answers to this because every major generation, like every so many years, hundreds of years, we go through. And I don't see no other race of people going through like it. We go through. Right. Black Americans are so smart when we put our effort. Yeah, we can do anything we want to do. And that's why, yeah, okay. It just, man, it just trips me out about people. It just do. It just trips me out about people. I just shakes my head going about my business. We drink our water and mind our business over here. And just a whole lot of things I haven't been a part of lately. And I'm glad. I'm glad. I've been like pulling back. I might drop in for about 15 minutes. And then after that, and in some places I do 7 and I'm done. 7 is the number of completion. So I do 7 minutes and then I walk my goldfish. It's very important that I walk my goldfish. So yeah, like that. So shoot, knowing JB though, JB probably sleep because if he was at the store, he would have checked his. He would have got my what's name. He probably sleep. That's the sleepingest man and the grocery shoppingest man I ever seen in my life. Okay, in my life. That's why I be reading the Bible. YouTube is fun and entertainment, but we need to read the Bible. Everything going on, it's nothing new under the sun. Come on, what you said. What you said. Absolutely. Absolutely. I went over to nephew's channel today. He was giving like a homage to one of his subbies because the subby lost his wife. And I dropped down in there and I, said, I understand. I said, cause, I've been a widow for 4 years now, so I understand that pain. I really do understand that pain. And so I don't know, y'all. Let me see. The grocery shopping man, the most cooking man, and the most sleeping man. Sounds good. I'm like, man, but yeah, JB's a mess. JB is a mess. But anyway, Who is Herb Works, honey? Hold on. My cousin just shared where Alabama said they're not going to do anything for food stamps either. When I'm reading this that she sent me, it says, okay, the guidance states that effective November 1st, 2025, FNS is suspending all November 2025 benefit allotments until federal funding is provided or until FNS directs state agencies otherwise. I don't know what that means because that was wrong. No new benefits will be issued during the suspension. However, there are no other changes to the program. Our client recommends requirements. I'm sorry. Individual can still apply for SNAP benefits during the suspension. SNAP benefits are 100% federal funded. Therefore, USDA controls the issuance of these benefits on EBT cards. Yeah, this is but this is what people voted for. This is what people voted for, man. Let me see. Right. Absolutely. And they shouldn't have to. I'm going to ask again, where is our tax money going? Because if we're not getting our tax money, where is it going? If you're not going to use the public tax money, the American public tax money on the Americans, where the heck is our money going? Nobody wants to ask that question. Anyway. So I will say this too. If you're still trying to buy a house, let me tell you, first of all, the way they do credit is changing. They're doing AI. So the way they're doing credit is changing. He's trying to infiltrate the credit bureaus in a different way. But y'all, these houses ain't gonna, honey, people gonna want to give you a house. Seriously. Because some of these people that own these houses ain't gonna be able to afford them. Because one, Section 8 is only for 2 years now. That's a big boom. Okay. And then with everything going on and how shaky everything is, baby, if you renting, and you in a house, just be patient. Because most likely that landlord, because even if they say, well, we can put them out and put somebody in, you don't know if they're gonna be able to pay the rent. So it's best to keep who you got in the house, especially if they take care of the house and they good. Yeah, so the houses, it's a lot to pray for, y'all. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I love y'all. And like I always tell y'all, let me see what you're saying now. You do know there is a problem with defects in your city that can help you monthly now. I do not know where that money comes from. Okay. Like here they had something for somebody. Okay. If you if you one person in the house and you feel on a hardship, but you've worked 250 hours within the month and you fall below like 2,000, I think it was $2,600, then they'll bring you in to help pay your rent. However, whoever's in the house has to work. So if you're on any public assistance, Social Security, disability, anything like that, they won't be able to help you because you got to work 250 hours in a month. So it's like, dang if you do, dang if you don't, you know? You're welcome, love. It's always good to see you. I love to see you drop down. Thank you, everybody, for dropping down in the chat. I hope I was able to help you with some things. Go back and look at this. If you can, share the video out. Tell somebody about it and everything. Tell somebody about me, y'all. I am stuck. I'm trying to get to 2,000. I'm trying to get to 2,000 people, y'all. I'm 12 away. I believe I'm 12 away. Yeah, I'm 12 away and everything. But anyway, I love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. We have a Ergot case, put an M in the front, that we're going to be discussing. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, all right? And it's right here in my state. Yep. And when I tell y'all the ins and outs of it, you're going to be like, what? So yeah, make me understand, okay? But anyway, I love you guys. And remember, no matter what the test, always do your best. Smooches.